So this stock NFE came up on my radar because it's getting a lot of buzz on Reddit. It's actually the most talked about stock on Reddit. And I want to preface this video by saying that this is not an undervalued stock, in my opinion, but I'm noticing some really interesting things, especially when it comes to the option chain that could potentially be a really interesting play after the earnings report. So in this video, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to do some technical analysis and try to determine what a good entry position might be. But what really drew my attention is when I was looking at the short float, look at the short float. It's incredibly high, 32%. The short ratio is also incredibly high, 3.74. And the stock is trading near an all-time low, as you can see. So right now, what you really have to understand is like that the entire market is down. So when the entire market is down, small cap stocks like this are going to trade down with the entire market. It's not going to move independently unless some insane news comes out. But this stock could potentially be interesting. Like as of right now, off the bat, I'll tell you, like I'm not in the stock and I'm going to give you the exact signs of when to potentially get in if you are interested in the stock. So the entire market is down. That's why a lot of the other stocks, like Prophase that I made a video on, I saw a few comments. They're also down because the entire market is down. Like these small cap stocks are not going to move independently from the entire market when everything is trading down. So we have to wait for this, whatever correction is going on, to be over. Bitcoin is also down. I'll make an update on Bitcoin if you guys are interested. So let me know that in the comment section. So starting off with the short float, you can see the short float is incredibly high and it's been high for like the past couple of months. And look at the short interest. It's actually been going up. So if there is some good news that comes in, this is poised for a massive, massive short squeeze. Also, we have this gap right here. If it starts to rally, it is going to fill that gap. 100% it is going to fill that gap. So there's a potential 520% rally potential if it starts to rally. So as of right now, this price point right here is kind of acting as a potential support. For the past couple of days, while the entire market is trading down, it has not broken below this dollar price point. So again, take all the information I'm giving you in this video and come up with a strategy that works for you. I'll give you a strategy that I will potentially employ. So you can do a variation of that that works for you. But this is an interesting stock to put on your radar, to just put on your watch list as of right now. Because again, if it starts to rally, there's massive, massive potential with this stock. First, because it will 100% fill that gap. And also because the short interest is so incredibly high, there is a chance for a potential short squeeze. So on the technical side, if you want to play the stock, what you want to do is go to the 45-minute chart and set an alert around like $22, $25 price point right here. So what you want to do is go to the 45-minute chart and set an alert on the 50-day moving average. So in TradingView, you right click on the 50-day moving average, you click on alert, you do crossing up and then just set an alert. I like doing once per bar so I don't miss it. So create, there you go. So I have my alert set. And my point with making these type of videos is not to give you buy or sell signals. I want to give you the education to equip you with the knowledge to come up with the strategy that works for you, because everyone has different amount that they would potentially like to invest. So there's two ways you can do it. One is that right now I think it's kind of trading at an all-time low. So if you want to make a small bet that you wouldn't mind if it goes down like 20% and it doesn't work out in your favor, and say it does go bankrupt, whatever, you don't mind losing 20%. So you could do a small $100 investment. So if it goes down another 20%, you don't really care. But if it does start to rally, then you're looking at a $500 profit. Or you can wait till it clearly trades above this 50-day moving average, at which point it becomes less risky to take a position, because at that point, if the whole market recovers and the rally starts, this stock is poised for a potential short squeeze. And also, it is getting a lot of buzz on Reddit, which is why it showed up on my radar. And I wanted to investigate more and bring it to your attention. So if you like information like this, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And please do me a favor, give this video a like. Let's try to get to 200 likes. So I told you I was going to give you the good, bad, the ugly. The really ugly thing about this stock is that fundamentally, it does not look very good. It has a total debt of around $9 billion, which is very high, and they don't have any debt restructuring plan yet. So that's one news to look out for. If they do a debt restructuring and they do something similar to what we saw with Beyond stock, then on the balance sheet, on the fundamentals, this stock does become more desirable. And also on the fundamentals, what I want to show you. So I like to look at the price to sell ratio. The price to earning ratio doesn't always work unless they have like net positive earnings. So like when we're working with like microcap stocks like this, I personally like to look at the price to sell ratio. And the price to sell ratio is very low, which is what we want. We don't want like a really high price to sell ratio. And as you can see, like back in 2020, it had a price to sell ratio of 20. Now it's like at an all-time low. It's like below 1. So this is a good sign. And what the price to sell ratio means is the valuation between the company's market cap to its total revenue. So this price to sell ratio being very low is very appealing. As you can see back in December 2020, it was 20 and it's all the way down. And what you have to understand about the price to sell ratio is that unless the company generates a positive revenue, we don't have a PE ratio. So we can't really look at that to determine the fundamental valuation of the company. And just to recap, I already told you NFE has a debt of around $9 billion. So they're definitely in the negative, but they are bringing in revenue. It's not positive earnings, but the price to sell ratio is very desirable when we take a look at the fundamentals. So that's another thing that's a positive. The stock is trading near an all-time low. And again, if it starts to rally, it's going to fill that gap. I'm telling you that over and over. So now let's take a look at the options market. The options market is also very interesting, something that caught my attention. I want to show you something. So take a look at this. They report earnings on December 18th. Okay. When we take a look at the options market, take a look at this. So for the $1.50 strike price, you could buy one contract for around like $21. The last price was $21. So that is relatively very cheap still. And you have a lot of intrinsic time value still built in. It doesn't expire for like another month. So that's another way you can play this stock. If you buy some $1.50 strike price call options, like you can buy like 5 contracts for like $100, and say after like 2 or 3 weeks, you don't feel good about this stock, you can potentially like sell it back for almost the same price. And if it does move above anything above $1.50, you're going to be in profit. You're going to be in massive, massive profit because one contract is equivalent to about 100 shares. And you can also always exercise them if you have the capital. So the options is also very interesting. A lot of action when we take a look at the volume and the open interest. So the option is something else that I wanted to bring to your attention. So just to recap why this stock is on a radar, for one, it is getting a lot of buzz on Reddit. I'm not going over the Reddit right now, but you can go like yourself. If you just go on Reddit and type in NFE, you'll see like it is the number one most talked about stock after Beyond Meat is number one. Beyond Meat is second. And so it's going to keep getting buzz. And the reason we are making this video right now is because there's a potential for a short squeeze based on the short float information that we looked at. It's 30% incredibly high. We just need like one good news to come in for this stock to like start its massive rally. And if it does start its rally, you're looking at a massive like 500% increase in price because it will fill that gap before anything else. So that's all the information I wanted to bring you regarding NFE stock because it's getting so much buzz on Reddit. I wanted to investigate and bring to your attention what I found. If you found this information helpful, then please give this video a like. Let's try to get to 200 likes on this video. Also, I try to bring you undervalued stocks on this channel. You can just go to my channel page and take a look at all the different stocks I brought you. And also, if you made it this far in the video, I know a lot of you, like my loyal watchers, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, you can give me ideas of what you want to see me make videos on. Like, it doesn't always have to be about stocks. It could be about like, I want to keep it related to finance, but it could be about the broader stock market, what's going on with the housing market, what's going on with the interest rate, something in politics that might be related to what's going on in the market. So if you come across something like that, don't hesitate to comment and bring it to my attention. I can research, investigate more, and potentially make a video if it's something interesting worth discussing. So please, if you made it this far in the video, just, interact with me in the comment section. Let me know what else you'd like to see videos on. And so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.